Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Off play action, it's Stick. Rolling to his right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They run on first down with Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to go play action now with Stick. They'll roll him out right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. On the ground, this is Jackson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a 1st down. That play seems to never work, but they were able to draw him off on 4th, and now it's 1st and 10. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll run with Jackson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
He'll buy some time right. It's caught by Jackson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Stick. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? It just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On 1, ready? 11, Thomas. Hey, we got a seal.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. But Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice play call right there, and off the play-action fake, he bootlegged out to his right, and I really like the patience he showed handling the fake to make the defense buy it. Then I love how he zeroed in on his man coming all the way across the formation and stuck it on him for a nice gain.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Stick looking to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Joe Reed returning. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down and 5. Stick looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Stick back to pass. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirty.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense. As they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, it's Stick. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 180. Ready, start. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it with Jackson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. A shotgun throw for Stick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Reed. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Stick from the gun. Big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. So 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Right, 80. What is up? 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, great grab by Chase.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. A very solid gain of 27. Mixon with a first down carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Right, 80. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll roll him out right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. At the backup, Daniel. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 4th down, Daniel.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just
touchdown. That's called.
Jamar Chase
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Can. Start. I got it. 11. 44. Mike. Hey, we got to go score. Start.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. This is caught.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running on first down, Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Ready? Mike 51.
Burrow from his own end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
That right now, That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.